Coach Jesse again. And if you guys want to know, why is this part side now dark, where this part is light? Well, I finally got my light fixed! Finally! Yep! And today, guys, to celebrate this occasion, I'm now going to do a manga review. Yeah, a manga review of the first volume of Saga of Darren Shan. So, let's get into it, guys. So, well, it follows the story follows got a main character known as Darren. It's the name of the manga, but the main character known as Darren. One day he ended up getting tickets to a weird circus known as. So I was trying to get the name and stuff from Gansium. Known as Corridor Freak. Sorry guys. Okay. Corridor Freak. Sakado Freak. Sagado Freak. I think that's how you say it, but Sagado Freak. It's a circus for freak-based creatures. Like man-wolf, or we know as werewolf. I'm telling you, man-wolf, vampires, like someone able to train a spider from a tarantula from a flute, and a freaking snake man, and crazy girl, and hands. Yeah, weird creatures, but people think it's fake. Yep, but it seems like there been some incidents during these kind of circuses. But one day, Darren's ended up getting 2 tickets. Ends up getting more in fact, he gets a flyer. Then his mate, his best friend Steve, ends up getting 2 tickets to watch that circus. Now, Darren, we found out he really likes spiders. Darren really likes spiders. And we find out with, so he really wanted to see the spider control guy, who we found out he's actually a vampire. A freaking vampire! Yeah, a freaking vampire! Which is classic vampire, which I expected from this, because you can tell from the freaking cover and freaking back. There's something creepy about this, and I do sense vampiric in that when I've noticed it, and I was right, vampires. And I also found out that after the circus ended, we found out that Steve wanted to become a vampire because it seems like his life was not being very good at all. So he begged to become a vampire. But the vampire guy who controls Spider says no. And it crushes his heart. Then one day, Darren decides to steal his pet tarantula, the vampire's pet tarantula, because he, like I did say, Darren likes spiders. So he decides to steal him and then train him himself, which he seems like he did. But the only way you can train it is by the flute. If you don't, and it seems to hypnotize the spider. If you scream, that's when the spider might decide to attack. Yeah, if someone screams, the spider will soon react and then go to attack someone. That's what happens, because Darren's sister, when she accidentally walked into Steve, when he seen Steve and Darren playing with the tarantula, it was on Steve's shirt, like right here, like on Steve's shirt right here, hanging off from a web. She screamed, spider woke up from the hypnotism and then bitten Steve. Yes, bitten him. And it's been trained not to kill it's from its first bite. So, yes, he's gonna... You think he's gonna die? He's gonna die? No, because to save him, Darren had to make a deal with the vampire. That he will give him the elixir, the antidote to revive Steve, if Darren becomes one of his kind. Becomes a freaking vampire. Which, oh my freaking god, that is super blackmail! Darren doesn't want to become... Steve wanted to become a vampire. Steve was the one who wanted to become a vampire. But guess what? His own best friend, Steve's own best friend, Darren, the main character, ends up becoming the vampire instead. And he ends up having to leave his family. And the way to do that, because he's half vampire. He's not full vampire yet. He's half vampire right now. And I think he's still half vampire. The way it sounds like we're in the... Well, from the second volume, because I am reading the second volume. I am starting to read the second volume. What I've seen from... the only way to make sure no one goes looking for him, if he decides to leave his family, without knowing. Do you know what they did? Darren had to fall from his bedroom window. In other words, technically kill himself. He had to kill himself. Yeah. It's part of human nature. Who would go looking for a dead person? That's the reason why he technically pretended to die. Well, he technically did die, but then got brought back to life as a... I don't know. He's still half vampire, full-fledged vampire. I still don't understand. I'm still reading the second volume, but... yeah, it seems like to be so that Darren had to kill himself. But then he leaves his family and friends alone. And no longer supposed to see them again. But Steve caught them out. Yes. He knows that Darren didn't die. He didn't die. He became a vampire. So guess what he tries to do? As he was pissed because his own best friend became a vampire, he tried to frickin' slay Darren. Tries to, but fails. But then he swears, after he failed, that one day he will become the best vampire hunter and come after you and this other vampire. So he will come after Darren. And that's what he swore to do and left. And then Darren ends up leaving. And then it ends with Darren and the vampire leaving. So, which I thought was... So that was mostly what this is like about. This volume was mostly about. Oops, sorry guys. Like, if you guys don't know, glasses broke. I'm using, like, tape, but it's not that great. But glasses broke. Great. I hate when they get broken. But my glasses broke, but still, it gets annoying. But anyway. Guys, yeah, really, this manga is pretty good. If you like vampires, if you like crazy stuff, like blood, gore, because there's a scene in this which I think I can show you guys. Let's see, where is that freaking scene? Show you how gory it is, guys. Here we go. Here we go. And we can see right. Let me see if you guys can see. If you guys can see right. Like on this page right here. A girl, a woman, who's watching Freak, had her own arm ripped off from the wolfman or the werewolf. I don't know. Is it werewolf or wolfman? What's the difference? But her freaking arm got freaking torn off from a freaking werewolf. Well, I don't know. Wolfman. I Okay, I'm just gonna call it werewolf, because technically, it's still a wolf. It's still technically a human who can transform into a wolf. So, werewolf. Werewolf. Okay? Werewolf. The werewolf ripped our freaking arm off, but you guys can see from the... I really like the art. The art is really good. Like, the art is really good, guys. Trust me. It's really good. Like, I really like... This is really good art. Like, and it's really interesting. I like the concept that it shows that... friends betrayal, and then... vampires involved, and other creatures. I like when stories include this, because it makes it more interesting. I might not be a big fan of horror. I will watch horror, but I'm not a big fan of it. But really, I like the concept when they add it into stuff, because adding a bit of horror, or having a horror, it does give you a good vibe. It does give a good story. And I really enjoyed this volume, and I'm going to finish off the second volume and review that to you guys. But anyway, that's my review of the first volume of the manga Saga of the Darren Shan. Yep. Yeah. Right now I recommend you guys to go and check this manga out, because right now it's a really good manga. If you're the first time ever heard manga, or my first time watching my channel, and never read manga or watched anime, I recommend you guys to go and start off with any... I go recommend you guys, you try watch it, because it's really good. Really, anime and manga is really good, trust me. And Saga, and if you really want to try interested, maybe read, I recommend you guys read this, because this so far is a really good manga. It's a very old manga, so I think it's gonna be hard to find. Like, I think it came out I was lucky to get all of Suruki, because God, it's old. You rarely find out in like HMV shops or anything like that now, but like Suruki's quite old. It came in 2000, and I remember in the year 2000. I remember it came around that area, that time, year 2000. But man, that means it's an old manga. But this one is old as well, but I really enjoy this, and yeah, I can't wait to review again the next volume. So yeah, I hope you guys like this review. If you become one of the Trav Anime fans today, if you guys want to send me fan mail, go in my description below. There's my address. If you guys want to send me fan mail, you use that address to send me mail. Really, anything, Rattle. That'd be alright. Man, anything be alright. I have made a video, guys. I have made a video what I really want, if you guys plan to send me fan mail. But, really, anything be alright. But I have gave you one which I maybe don't want at all. Really, my mail. But, go and check that video. That'll be also in the description below. But anyway, hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys!